Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So on this video, we're going to talk about Midjourney tips and tricks to elevate your AI art game today. And right here, I have a few tips and tricks for you, so let's get straight to it. On the Midjourney website, under your Create tab, you're going to see your thumbnails, right? This all or your images created. Now, rather than typing anything here and then going to so much stuff, for example, if I click on this one right there, you have your solid, strong, and so much more options, right? You can even have more options right here. What if I tell you the right click option is going to be the first option here? So whatever image I have, for example this one, if I right click, I can have all of those options with the tip of my fingers. And there is a new feature here that's a bit to pair rankings. I only have 3 left. And that's going to be the first part for you, the right click option on the Midjourney website. Tip number 2, as you can see right here, I have some gentleman lion black and white. But what if we have them in a photo booth image? So this is going to be the name, or rather the prompt here, a black and white photo booth film photo strip of a lion dressed like a gentleman. Take note guys, the most important part here would be this parameters right here. Anyway, lion has a different expression in each photo. If you choose lion on the first one, make sure you choose lion on the second one also. So the most important aspects are going to be aspect ratio. I'm going to go for 5:7. I'm going to add some style raw. I'm also going to add some chaos and my own personalizations. I'm going to click on enter now, and I'll see you once it's here. So welcome back to the video. We have this awesome photo booth image of a lion, and as you can see right there, the part wherein the different expression really comes into place. That is a really awesome tool. Pretty good, right? That's going to be tip number 2. Let's move on for the next one. Tip number 3 is random. I know you're aware of S references, as I've discussed this earlier, but what if we add some much random? What do we mean by that? What if I type in Batman here? I'm going to type in sref random, and that's going to be it, right? I'm going to click on enter now, so we can have a comparison. I'm going to use Batman one more time here, and sref. But for this one, I'm going to type in random, random, random. Is this necessary? Absolutely not. Just want to have some fun inside Midjourney. So I'm going to click on enter now, so again we have 3 values of style references right there. Comparing it with the first one, which is going to be this one right here, we only have 1 value. And that's going to be the differences. Let's check them out. So again guys, this is the 1 random, right? And this is the 4 randoms. Pretty fun, pretty unique if you're going to ask me, but I'm still going to use the 1 random only. For your next one, we're going to call it staircase. So staircase, because we're using 2 apostrophe, I'm going to use a void prompt, add a S reference right there. I'm going to type in random. Again guys, that is going to be equal sign, sorry about that. That would be -- sref. Click on random, click on enter. Take note, there is no prompt here, just 2 apostrophes. Now these are the images created by Midjourney from us when we're using the air quote double or double apostrophe with the word random. Now what I want you to do right here is click on the letter T or the use option. And then under here, as you can see right there, we have aspect ratio and the S style ref, right? After the seed or the code, another random word should be entered there. And with that, I'm going to click on enter. So what am I doing here? As the name suggests, staircase, we're adding up to the design. So initially we have this 4, right? And then for the next one, we added the word random again. It's the same thing as Batman right here, dual random. And for this one, we're isolating the design as much as possible. So for that being said, these are now the 4 new images. This one right there. Comparison with the first one right there, they're still alike. Not like Batman here, they're really unlike, they're really different. In comparison with the staircase technique, they're similar. And then it's called staircase because we can just use this more and more up to a point where we hit the limit. For example, we started here, right? And we then ended up with the next level. It's basically an advanced version of the first one. And we have the last one right here. They have a very consistent style. That's why we call it staircase. For the next tip, we're going to call it pixel dimensions. What I mean by that one is, for example, you have a very specific banner or a very specific image dimensions. For example, I'm going to type in a Batman banner and I can use the aspect ratio code here. That would be aspect ratio, let's just say, for this video, I'm looking for 1920 as to 180 or 1080, something like that one. And then we're going to click on enter right there. So we have a new image under those specific dimensions or pixels. And basically that's it. You don't limit yourself with 16:9, don't limit yourself with 7 by 9. You can edit as much as possible regarding the dimensions. Now you can use now these 4 photos as your wallpaper on your desktop. So welcome back to the video. The next step for you guys will be the word art. Basically, I have generated 2 samples here. First one only has Art Deco, and then the next one has Art Deco art, meaning the word art really is a very significant prompt or keyword inside Midjourney. Take a look at these examples right here. Pretty awesome, right? Next tip for you would be emphasis. Take note guys of these 2 prompts. I have the first one, a person walking in a city park. So we have this 4 samples here. And then for the next one, I have a city park with the person walking. Now, the emphasis here is Midjourney really emphasizes the first keyword that you give. On the first one, the subject is park. The second one right here is person. If you use city park, since it's going to be a park, it's emphasizing the whole area. Now, the comparison for them is going to be if you use the person as a subject, you only have a very limited area. So emphasis here is a really key thing. Let's move on with the next step. So for the next step is going to be SLE Limits. As you can see right here, I have version 6 generated for this image. A mugshot of a woman with glasses. Same aspect ratio, same version, same seed basically. And for the next one, it's going to be 6.1. Now what's the difference here? The first one is going to be version 6, second one is version 6.1. How to enable this? If you want to use a specific photo, let's just say, I'm going to use this photo right here, or I'm going to go back there. To enable this one to 6.1, simply click on Subtle. And then once you're here, just add in 0.1 and click on enter, and basically that's it. You have successfully created a 6.1 version of your version 6 photo. Now for the next one, we're gonna go for character sheets. If I type in here, character sheet is gonna be the keyword for Jimmy the robot in different poses, angles, including front view, side view, and back view. Keyword here, if you're using so much angles to work with, I suggest going for a wider aspect ratio. 16 by 9 is good, but I think 3.1 is a bit more wider. As you can see right there, without the picture just yet, we have very wide images. And basically, the keyword here is character sheet. Take note about that one. So this is going to be the sample. Easy as that. And welcome back to the video. For the next one is using the font. As you can see right here, I have this prompt. Basically, to enable this prompt, I have already explained this on my previous video. You need to use permutation. Now, there is another way of using this one so you don't have to add some apostrophe on each of the letters. The workaround for this one is gonna be this. Instead of giving some air quotations or some apostrophe in each letter, enclose the whole permutation in apostrophes. Alright, now if I click on enter, the results will perfectly be the same. The process is gonna be minimal, there is no quotations on each of the letters. Take note about that one. Again, this is gonna be the difference. For example, the first one, we originally do this right, and now we can do this. It's basically the same thing. Take note about that one. So for the next step is going to be spot the difference. I know all of us has played this when we were children or kid. So for example, I have a prompt here. Basically, this is going to be the normal spot the difference photo, right? Now what you can do here is click on the remix, or sorry about that, the editor, or in painting as others call it. And once you're in here, increase the brush size just a little bit right there. I'm gonna now adjust this part right here, erase it, erase some more there, for example, that one right there, this one right here, and basically click on submit. So you're gonna have a before and after option now. So again, this is gonna be the before with everything completed, and then the after right now is missing the ones we created before. So you can use that one as a comparison. So again guys, this is gonna be the before, and now this is the after. So spot the difference, right? And basically that is how you do it. For the next tip for you is gonna be self-portrait. So the key here is basically typing a happy artist types in front of their self-portrait. Self-portrait would be the keyword. So basically with this one, I have so much samples here. I have created one with Stylize or Style 40, or the one right there with Style Raw. By the way guys, you can also add some character reference here to make sure the image or the painter reflects on its outcome or painting, right? And that's gonna be it. Pretty awesome. Imagine if you have a photo of yourself, you add it right here as a sample reference. Click on that right there, make sure it's gonna be on the sample reference, and simply click on enter. So since I have sample reference going on there, I assure you or guarantee you that image will be now the painter. As you can see right there, It's pretty awesome. Even though we have one that's actually a little bit male, the majority of them is actually good. Now for the next step is gonna be photogram. Keyword is photogram. Take note, this is one of the samples. I only use a null void prompt to make sure we only have the design itself. For the next one, I have photogram of a lion. That is pretty awesome, guys. Pretty detailed, especially this one right here. I actually like it a lot. Speaking of a photogram, you can use a character reference for this one, same little as the painter. So let me just type in photogram of a woman. Now that woman will now be converted into the photogram option or a photogram style. Using style references or character references inside Midjourney is a very, very awesome tool. Look at this one right here. Character references are consistent and the photogram option is there. The next tip for you is, since we have so much thing going on here, as you can see, we have so much images, right? Let's go to organize. So organize is just like your camera roll. If you're familiar with your PC, you can create your folder. For example, under here, I'm gonna name it photogram. Like so. So everything in here will be under photogram. You can use smart folder. It automatically adds any images that match your search terms. If I click on this one right there, I'm gonna type in photogram. And then I'm also gonna type in, just for the sake of the discussion, I'm gonna go for mugshot, the keyword I used earlier. Create folder, and everything inside that specific folder will be the ones that have a keyword, mugshot, and photogram. How awesome is that, right? I did not have to manually move them. I did not have to manually move them to the folder that I've just created. Take note about that very powerful feature. For the next one, we're gonna call it chaotic blend. As you can see right here, I have a very generic prompt. That would be John Wick in the streets of Tokyo. By default, if you don't have the chaotic prompt, which is going to be the -C, you're going to have a -C here or chaotic blend at 0. Because 0, even though you don't add it up, that would be default. So the choices here is the maximum of 100. You can add 5, you can add 20, or the maximum of 100. So I already have tried one here with a chaos blend of 100. And this is what I have. Everything is not really similar with John Wick. This one right here is a bit similar, but for this one I add up style reference and chaos blend 0. Basically, chaos blend is really, by the name itself, it's chaotic. It's a really random generation. Now for the next step is going to be switcheroo. Basically, as you can see right there, we have very consistent style, which is going to be a hippie love portrait, unsplash. For the more options right here, we can remix. For example, I'm going to try remix here just for the sake of the discussion. And with this one, instead of adding hippie style portrait, I'm going to add in cyberpunk. So it's a really complete different tool, right? That will be cyberpunk right there. Click on enter, so everything is the same. Aspect ratio, version, and even the seed is the same. Take note, guys, we have a hippie style. And let's wait for the finished output. And right here, this is going to be the cyberpunk. We have those glowing nexuses right there, compared with the hippie style right here. It's not that big of a change, but it's still worth it to try, right? For the next step right here would be stickers galore. Take note, this will not work if you're trying to follow a certain logo. Anyway, to make this work, just type in anything. For example, a logo for, let's just go for a specific font. I'm gonna go for XTX, something like that. And then close the parenthesis or close the apostrophe with this one. I'm gonna add then style ref, and then with this one random, and this is gonna be the code here, -- repeat. That will be a value of 5 or whatever you want. That means this prompt will be generated 5 times, 3 times, or 2 times. I'm gonna go for twice or 2 times right there, and basically this is gonna be the results. I have generated 3 times already, and these are it. We have stickers that has the FTP logo. Now for the 2 times still being generated, I'll see you once it's here. Perfect, welcome back to the video. We have this right here as a style random. And with that being said, there's gonna be stickers. Let's move on with the next tip would be family matters. Under family matters, Midjourney is very good in making real life generation, including family members or real people basically. So what is gonna be the keyword here? Now my prompt right there would be portrait of a boy and his grandfather dressed like gentlemen unsplash. Let's try another sample. Now this one right here is a portrait of a mother and her daughter unsplash. So you're knowing, or you already know the keyword here, would be the word unsplash. Basically, if you add unsplash to any prompt here using the human being or human faces, it will give you a very realistic design here. As you can see right there, that is a pretty realistic design. Now for the next tip is aging through the times. We can make a very specific character age through the time. For example, on this prompt right here, I'm going to add an iPhone photo of a 15-year-old boy with long black hair. I'm going to add in these two parameters to make sure the AI or Midjourney will really listen to me. So for this one, I'm just simply click on enter. So these are going to be the results. We have an iPhone photo of a 15-year-old boy with long black hair. Now to make sure your character is consistent, not unlike this one, I type it and just change the year. Make sure you go for strong first. The remix, once you have remix strong, now you can change the age. Click on enter. So we have a reference now using this remix, because this one right here, I did not use remix here to show you the comparison of using remix and not using remix. Anyway, this will take a few minutes. I'll get back to you once it's here. Welcome back to the video. So this is going to be the 45-year-old boy from earlier, and this is the 15-year-old one from before. Pretty awesome, right? So the keyword here is basically the 45-year-old keyword. Make sure you click on remix first. Strong is much more suggested. For the last one, we're going to utilize the cosplay. Now for this one to work, I'm going to use a reference image. Make sure it's going to be there. Place it right here. A woman cosplaying as a Jedi. And just add a little bit of chaos. Click on enter. And I'll see you once it's here. As you can see right there, the character is pretty consistent with the cosplay action. You can use so much more reference here. And basically, let's add one more here. Now I'm just going to use the same prompt but a different woman. So let's see the difference. I'll get back to you once it's here. And welcome back to the video. I think I like this last one better. The consistency of the Jedi is there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Those are the tips and tricks for you. And please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.